Hey there, ambitious founder. If you're watching this video, you're probably facing that exciting but daunting challenge of scaling your startup in Africa. You've validated your idea, built your initial product, and now you're asking yourself, how do I take this to the next level? I get it. When you look at success stories like M-Pesa or Flutterwave, scaling a startup in Africa can seem like climbing Mount Kilimanjaro. But here's the thing, while your path won't be easy, it's definitely possible with the right approach. Let's talk about your challenges. You're probably dealing with some familiar hurdles. Limited access to capital and investors who truly understand your market. Infrastructure gaps that make expansion complicated. Finding and keeping the right talent. Navigating different regulations across markets. Sound familiar? Let me share some practical strategies that have worked for successful founders in the African startup ecosystem. Start where you are. Before we dive into scaling strategies Africa-wide, let's focus on getting your foundation right. You need to be brutally honest about your unit economics. Are you making money on each transaction? If not, scaling might just multiply your problems. Here's what you can do right now. 1. Calculate your customer acquisition cost. 1. Know your customer lifetime value. 1. Understand your operational costs in detail. Building your growth engine. Now let's talk about practical startup scaling strategies you can implement. Local partnerships. You don't have to build everything from scratch. Look around your market. Which established companies or organizations could help you reach customers faster? Whether it's a telecom provider, a bank, or even a local retailer, strategic partnerships can accelerate your business growth in Africa. Focus on your team. Your startup's growth potential is directly tied to your team's capabilities. Yes, finding tech talent in Africa can be challenging, but here's what you can do. Invest in training promising individuals. Build a strong company culture that attracts talent. Consider remote work to access wider talent pools. Smart market expansion. When it comes to African startup growth, being in multiple markets can be powerful. But here's my advice. Don't spread yourself too thin. Pick your next market carefully based on cultural similarities to your current market, regulatory environment, market size and competition, operational feasibility. Let's talk about funding. Because scaling strategies in Africa often require creative approaches to financing. Here's what you should consider. First, don't rely solely on venture capital. Also, look into impact investors interested in Africa. Another option is to consider revenue-based financing. It's crucial to build relationships with local banks and of course keep an eye on grant opportunities. Technology as your scaling partner. You're probably already using technology in your business, but are you leveraging it fully for scale? Think about automating repetitive tasks, using data analytics for decision making, implementing efficient payment systems, and building scalable customer support systems. Building something that lasts. Remember, Startup scalability in Africa isn't just about growing fast. It's about building something sustainable. Focus on solving real problems for your customers, building strong governance structures, managing risks effectively, and creating positive social impact. Your next steps. Ready to start scaling your startup? Here's what you should do next. Audit your current operations, identify your biggest scaling bottleneck, create a 12-month scaling roadmap, list potential partners in your market, and review your team's capabilities. The African startup ecosystem is maturing, and there's never been a better time to scale your business. Yes, you'll face challenges, but with the right strategies and execution, you can build something remarkable. Want to discuss more? I'd love to hear about your specific scaling challenges. What's the biggest hurdle you're facing right now? Drop a comment below or reach out directly. Let's work through this together. Remember, every successful African startup started exactly where you are now. The difference is in taking that next step with the right strategy. If you've liked this video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and share with another entrepreneur.